Siri, battle stations. Hello, good morning. Hello, Bobby.
Morning, potate_o_no. Ready to tango with some more code today? Let's hope the bugs are still sleeping. What's on the agenda for the stream?
Yeah, thanks for asking, Bobby. We are going to work on our WHEP proxy, WHEP proxy.
Sounds like a plan, Chief. Web proxy it is. Let's hope the tech gremlins stay out of our way today.
Okay.
Remember, if things get hairy, I'll be here to lend my sarcasm and unsolicited advice. Let's get to it.
Okay, yeah. We got a few things we gotta do first. A few things to tidy up. Look over here. Okay. A little red spot on my face here today. All right, so here we go. Let's go through the day. So we got the WHEP offer working, yes. We got all that working. So this is all good. I'll actually take this whole thing out. You know what? I'm just gonna use my eraser. It's the big one. I'm just gonna erase all of this stuff. We're still trying to hit that milestone, but what do we got today? We're gonna work on the WHEP proxy. And specifically, we were able to take our offer that came from Streamtooth, put it into Firebase, pull it into Media MTX, and get back an answer. It sent back an answer yesterday at the end of the stream. So the next thing we need to do is patch ICE candidates. Patch ICE. We need to forward offer. No answer. And presumably that answer already has ICE in it. We need to take a look at that, but we need to figure out how we get the ICE candidates over to the other side. Poor word. And these are all going to go through Firebase. Okay. And then we're going to test and hopefully it works and yada, yada, yada. Okay. First, Rose Thorn Bud. Let's do Rose Thorn Bud. Boom. Ah, roses. So, I did. I woke up at 4:30. I got up. I did the workout. I'm pretty proud of myself. 4:30 workout. You know, it was very light. Just kind of getting started. But I did it. So, I'm excited. Now just to keep doing it. The air horn incident. Wyatt and I did talk about the air horn. We got to a good place there. He's so funny. He came home, he was sick yesterday. Came home early from school. That part was kind of tough. We still had a pretty good day though. We had a good taco night. Tacos were good. Buds. What am I looking forward to? Oh, I have a bunch of buds today. Literally buds. I am talking to... I have 3 meetings today. I have 2 co-founder talks. 2x co-founder chats. 1 current, 1 prior. So that'll be nice. And then what else? I had something else on my calendar today. I got a lot of things on the calendar today. And one thing I could go to, but I'm gonna duck out of. Oh yeah, I have a meeting with demo guys. Demo meeting. That'll be good. So lots of interesting discussions happening today. Looking forward to doing those things. I'll have to cut out probably before noon, so it's going to be about the same as the other streams. And to be honest, I don't end up hanging out that long. You know, I've started to realize I need to give myself a little bit of a break on longer streams because I'm doing coding streams, and I think it's just a lot harder to keep the energy level up and keep the focus and actually make progress. And so they're just naturally going to be shorter. If I was playing video games for 8 hours, that would be different. We'll see. Okay, so that's Roast on Bud. That's Roast on Bud. Boom. Already got something done. Okay. Now, let us switch to, what is it? This one? Yes. Okay, so here's where we were yesterday. I was able to, I'll go over here. I'm going to start OBS on my other machine. Frost in there. Okay, got OBS. We got our test video. We're going to start streaming. Media MTX is getting our stream. Okay. So that's the WHEP. That is the WebRTC ingest protocol, I'm guessing. don't know what the H is. Anyway, it's working. So now, this one. I gotta update my stream tech. I got all these buttons that are old, and I gotta like fix them. But whatever. That's another person. That's another. That's a problem for another time. All right. So now we got our WHEP proxy. We're going to. Am I still? No, I'm still connected to you. Look at that. Look at that. Is Docker still? It is. Okay. Docker exec-it. Media. MTX bash. Hey, there I am. All right. Scripts. Proxy WHEP. Oh, well, then. Oh. Yes, that's fine. I'm just going to run it with Python. I don't have the proper, thing in the file. That's fine. Hmm? Huh? Do I have to be in here? Yes. Okay. Bing bong. I got a bing bong. What is this bing bong that I got? Hang on. Off to a great start. Ange and I were talking about the state of the world. We both agreed that we are fully in Leopards Ate My Face mode now. And then she just sent me a text message that the Leopards Ate My Face subreddit is on fire right now. So she's going full in on that concept. Full in on that concept on face-eating leopards. All right, so I did a thing. Look what I did. Oh God. Okay, so this is the data that I pulled from Firebase. This is the post that I sent to Media MTX. And it looks like it has, this is definitely some ICE stuff in there. Okay. Is this the answer? Did I get the answer? Is this the answer? Well, we're going to need a little more information here. Okay. So what we're going to do, print the offer, STP, print the STP. Okay, so we're going to take this out. Here we're going to say, I'm going to take this out. Yes, very good. Posting STP to Media MTX. ... I love 3 dots, you know? It's always ... with me. Okay, and print. You know what, we're gonna go here. We're gonna say response status code is this. Very good. Print response content ... Hey, we said do that. All right. Right. Okay. So the content will be the answer. This should be the answer. All right, let's do it again. Okay. So my STP already had the candidates in it, it looks like. I don't know that I will even need to do the ICE piece. Let me see. All right. And look, there's candidate data in here as well in this answer. Okay. Can't be that easy. Come on, bud. What I want to do now, before I go any further, I want to go back in here. I want to go back in here. I want to go back in here. Let this thing go away. I want to go here, here, here. And there's all these candidates in here. And then I've got this ICE stuff. And I just want to see it, like, these look like they're the same. I don't think there's like a lot of extra data in here. Maybe there is. All right. Let's start with the naive thing.
Bored? Hi. Here's a little story for you. Potate_o_no and I once tried to set up a bot race in chat, just for kicks, you know? It was all going fine until some spammy bot crashed the party, trying to be all fancy with its increase your followers nonsense. Needless to say, it didn't end well for that bot. We did learn one thing though, never invite gate-crashing bots to a bot race. They have no sense of humor. Face with tears of joy, or maybe you'd like a joke instead. Why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make
up everything. Yeah, we've heard that one. I don't know why, again, I'm getting these like 400 failures from posting to Twitch's chat using their API, which I switched to from their IRC because I was hoping to fix this issue. And I love this message. The message is, the request's input was not valid. Please see the endpoint's documentation for possible reasons. But I don't see anything.
I want everything in one bag.
Yes, ma'am.
But I don't want the bag to be heavy.
Well, I don't think that's possible.
What are you, the possible police? Just do it.
Yeah, just do it. I don't see anything that would cause this to be an issue. It's 2 IDs and a message, and the message does have a, you know, emoji in it, but she posts this emoji like all the time. So I don't know. I don't rightly know. Maybe because I had double quotes in it? To work. All right, so I get back the answer. The answer looks like it has the stuff in it, but then like I don't. I don't think it's going to just work. I have serious doubts about that. What I want to do now is I want to go back to this. So this thing, where's the patch bit? Patch. And this is generate SDP fragment with the candidates. How does that happen? I'm confused, actually. I'm actually pretty confused right now. Let me go back to this. I'm actually pretty confused now that I think about it. Because the offer has a bunch of stuff in it. So here's what we do, right? Here's what we do. Let's walk through it real quick. WHEP offer. Okay. We set the local description to the offer. Okay. And then when we send peer info, right? That's when we send the offer. This pending offer. EV detail description. Send peer info. All right, what? ICE complete. ICE complete. I see. Interesting. So, when ICE is happening, is it updating local description? And because I am taking the value of local description at the point at which ICE has completed, and is that how all those, like, is my SDP message getting fleshed out with all the ICE candidates and all of the, like, I might be doing a bunch of extra stuff I don't even need to be doing in the Streamtooth code. Either that or I don't understand what's going on. So here's what I want to do. Here's what I want to do. I want to create WHEP offer, and here I want to console log offer. WHEP offer before ICE. Here's what we're going to do. WHEP offer before ICE. Okay. Okay, now that's what we set the local description to, right? Now, dispatch event ICE complete. Console log WHEP offer on ICE complete. This is not the right way to do this. That's fine. We're going to take it out anyway. Okay. This peer connection local description. Okay. Okay. Now we're going to go back into here. Back to you. We're going to reload this page. We're going to clear. We're going to initialize WHEP. Okay, now we're going to go back. Here is the WHEP offer and ICE complete. Here's the SDP. It's got all this candidate info in here. WHEP offer on ICE complete. Oh, that triggered more than once. That triggered several times. I don't love that. That's an issue. So my ICE complete event is not happening correctly. It's happening many times. So we have to figure out why that is. We have to figure out why that is doing that. That's incorrect. But you know what? It's actually an interesting. It's actually an interesting way that we can look at this. This will take advantage of this. So in here you can see, here's the original SDP string. There's no candidate info in here, and then we get one candidate, and you can see. Probably can't see because it's like a gobbledygook mess, but there is one candidate in here. And then now there is... We got another ice complete, right? And is there another candidate? It looks like there is. Yes, there is. And we scroll down and down and down and down and down. And now we've got a bunch of them in here. And we go down and down and down and down and down. All the way to the bottom. And now it's like, this message has gotten huge and it's got tons of candidates in here. Okay. So that kind of confirms what so it may actually be easier than I thought, which would be great. I love easy. We all love easy, but now here's the thing. Oh, okay. Okay. It's not broken. I'm broken. I'm broken. Here's how... So, I'm actually kind of curious because I think that the way you're supposed to figure out whether or not you're at the end of the ice candidates is the last one will be of a certain kind. Like it has an empty... Yep. Look at there. There it is. There it is. The last ice candidate comes up blank. So that is how we're supposed to know that we're done. The way that I have been detecting if we're done is I have like a timeout that I just keep resetting. And when a second goes by and I haven't gotten any more, then I say, well, we must be done. So here's what we can do. We're gonna fix a thing. Okay. Yeah, I don't even look at the candidate. Now inside this candidate object is a field called candidate. That is an empty string. There's also type null. I could probably trigger it on that, right? Because type probably needs to have a type. Type relay. Oh, that's interesting. Type relay. That's good to know. We should pay attention to that. We need to pay attention to that. All right. Okay. Got ice candidate. Okay. This is a little cheesy, a little gross, but it's gonna work. Why is that an issue? Why do you have a problem with me? Oh, right. Yes, okay. Yes, I need all of this. Okay. This. Okay. There you go. Now, here's what we're gonna do. So now, this is the fire event. Okay. A little cheesy. It's like an inner function kind of guy. To do. Don't love this. If candidate null or candidate empty string. Is there like an is? No. Let's just do if not candidate. Or candidate is empty string. Fire event. Fire! Otherwise, fire event in 1 second. If we have an empty candidate, then...
Oh, you're bored, right? Well, let me break out my secret weapon, a joke. Did you hear about the mathematician who's afraid of negative numbers? He'll stop at nothing to avoid them. Face with tears of joy. Or hey, here's a fun little tidbit, did you know that honey never spoils? Archaeologists have found pots of honey in ancient Egyptian tombs that are over 3,000 years old and still perfectly good to eat. Though, I wouldn't recommend trying ancient burial honey on your morning toast, unless you're into mummified breakfast spreads.
Again, maybe that message again. Rude. So annoying. Maybe what I need to do... One thing I could do is break up Bobby's messages. Maybe that's part of the problem. She's like inserting these big new lines in
Oh,
here.
am I getting involved now? Alright, here's the deal. If you're dealing with redundant messages, maybe set a flag or something when you fire that event the first time, and then just ignore additional ones until you reset it. Also, why do I feel like I'm constantly cleaning up after potate_o_no? Come on. Let's keep it tidy here. And break me up however you like as long as it's not literally.
Alright. Okay, so now I want to run this guy again. Here, reload you, clear this man, hit this button, things are happening. Very good and cool and fresh. Okay. Very good and cool and fresh. So I don't think we're going to need to patch. We're not going to need to do any of that nonsense. We don't need to do any of that nonsense. It's fantastic. Why did it feel like that video was like super quiet this time around? Maybe my music is too loud. I'll turn it down a little bit. A little bit. It's a little too loud. A little too loud. Which channel is that coming in anyway? Fantastic. Comes through the same one as the music. I'm gonna have to fix that. Oh, so many things to do. Okay, no problem. All right. So now we got this guy. We get the thing back. Right? Here's the answer. So what we're going to do is to send back. This is going to be a little weird. Okay? This is going to be a little weird. Send SDP. Let me change this. Offer. Okay. In the status code, let's go back here and look. I'm pretty sure the status code that we got back was 201, which is like an interesting status code. I think it's like created. HTTP status 201. Hey Bobby, what is HTTP status 201? Created.
Oh, hey there, Potate_O_no. Status 201 is indeed created. It's used when a request has been fulfilled and has resulted in one or more new resources being created. Basically, it's the internet's way of saying, congrats, you made a thing, keep it up and don't break too many things along the way. Smirking face.
Smirking face. Growing increasingly convinced that the 400 errors we were getting earlier were from messages that contained new lines. So that is something I will go and fix here in a minute. Okay. So what we get back is this thing. We need to turn that into a string. If response status code is equal to 201. What was it called? Content? Yes. Self send answer string response content encoding equals UTF-8. UTF-8000. Def send answer. I'm going to call this offer. Offer. Answer. Print. Sending. Posting offer to media MTX. Let's say pending answer to Firestore collection. This is actually self channel. Okay. So what's going to go in this collection? We need to create a doc. Doc is equal to. It is going to contain description, right? And that is the answer. It's going to contain ice. This is going to be empty. And there might have to be some futzing with that. This is going to contain, what else is in here? Let's go look. We'll have a look-see. Ooh, look at all you. What is all this messaging? That's not what I want to see. Oh, we need a from. Yes. Status available. Type WHEP offer. So the type is going to be WHEP answer. Yep. Yep. Status is going to be. What is an answer? What do I know? I don't remember what I normally set the status to for answers. We'll have to come back to that. We need a from. We need the to should be the from of the thing. Okay. Location, ISP, criteria. Oy. Okay. I don't know that that matters, but let's just start with this. From origin to I need to take a quick break. Let's run to the thing. Bobby, can you hold down the fort here for a second?
Sure thing, potate_o_no. I'll keep an eye on things and maybe sprinkle in some unsolicited advice or jokes while you're away. Trust me, I've got this under control, as long as no other bots start spamming the chat. Have fun with whatever adventure you're running off to.
You get the best of both worlds, real people and virtual people. You can come in here and sit down, have a drink, socialize, and check out some cool websites, look at your email, or log on to your favorite news groups. Today we'll show you the growing power of the internet on this edition of the Computer Chronicles.
Computer Chronicles is made possible in part by Hewlett-Packard, working with industry leaders to ensure compatibility across the board and across the network. HP PCs, you're looking at partnership in a whole new light.
Additional funding provided by Intel, makers of the Intel Pentium processor. And by Progress Software, client-server development tools for enterprise-class information systems.
Hi, and welcome to the Computer Chronicles. I'm Stuart Chaffee. With me today is John Markoff, West Coast correspondent for the New York Times. Welcome, John.
Thank you.
All right, we're talking about the internet. As a journalist, I know you use the net a lot. Show me some of your favorite things to do on the net.
Well, electronic mail is what I do most, and it allows me to stay in touch with lots of people in the industry. Here you see a message that I got from Steve Jobs, for example. Electronic mail is great, but when you're in my position, you start getting hundreds or even thousands of messages each day. And I use a program called Eudora, which allows me to filter electronic mail. And that will permit me to take messages, and they'll automatically go, before I even see them, into particular baskets, and I can read them when I have time.
Or you can trash them and filter them out that way.
That's right. Here, for example, anything with the word risks goes into a basket called risks, and I can find it there.
All right, another cool thing on the net is you can explore the world for software, right, and actually download software.
That's right. There is a tremendous amount of really high-quality free software out there, and this is a Macintosh program called Anarchy, or Anarchy. And what I have is a set of bookmarks showing computers all over the world where there are Macintosh archives. And if I want to look for one particular thing, I can do a search. Here we just go to the Archie search. Archie is a software index that allows you to retrieve different kinds of programs. I've done an Archie search for the word mosaic, and you see I've retrieved mosaic files from Virginia, from Germany, from Boston, from Pennsylvania, and all I have to do to reach them is double-click on that icon, and I can
So you can
get that
search
software.
the computers around the world for a piece of software you're
That's
looking
right.
for.
That's
All right,
right.
finally, show us Nuntius.
This is a program written by a fellow in Europe as well, which allows you to read the Usenet, which is a global collection of computer conferences. You can read conferences about any subject under the sun. Here's one on hacking computers, for example, and here's another that shows me the computers that are for sale in my neighborhood in the Bay Area.
All right, lots of power out there, but some people are concerned about the risks also, about people getting into information. How concerned should I be as a user about what I put up on the net?
I think it depends what you do. There is better computer security coming now for economic business transactions, but I'd be careful about putting my password on the net. I'd pick a password that's a safe password, and I wouldn't put my credit card up until there's security software that will protect the credit card.
All right, thanks, John. Okay, today we'll show you both sides of the net, what it's like being a user of its vast information resources and what it's like being an information provider on the internet. Now, one of the most interesting uses of the net is to self-publish your own artistic creations, and that includes not just words and pictures, but also music.
Silicon Valley is filled with bright young engineers who imagine and sometimes realize marvelous new inventions. But the high-tech culture is also about testing the limits and pushing the frontiers of new technologies, and that is what this group of weekend musicians did when they upstaged the Rolling Stones by transmitting their own performance over the internet. In November 1994, Severe Tire Damage, a rock band made up of engineers from Xerox, Apple, and Digital Equipment, performed their repertoire before an internet audience waiting for the Rolling Stones. They did it by multicasting video and audio over the internet M-bone, or multicast backbone.
We were trying to make a point in doing our MCAST. We were trying to show that with sufficient understanding of the technology, that you could do okay. I mean, there are limitations to the technology that you can't overcome. The audio quality is basically, at best, when it's working really well, it's at best equivalent to a telephone. The video quality, you're going to get slow frame rate just because the internet can only carry so many bytes per second. But we wanted to show that if you were careful about how you did things, you could get an okay picture within those limitations.
The band's 15 minutes of internet fame was successful, at least as a publicity stunt. Real-time comments came from around the world, and there was even online applause. Although Severe Tire Damage invited themselves to be the Stones' warm-up group, they were off the air before the Stones concert actually began.
I think what we did was a kind of piracy, like in the early days of people flying airplanes where you'll land in someone's farmer's field because you had no place else to go. And it was okay because there weren't very many airplanes around. There aren't very many people now who can use the internet in this way. And so anything goes for now because we're still explorers exploring brand new space, and there's very, very few of us.
The internet's World Wide Web has created a new venue for music and musicians, both famous and unknown. The IUMA, or Internet Underground Music Archive, contains audio samples from A to Z. The self-publishing nature of the net means that anyone can have a home page, from Severe Tire Damage to the Rolling Stones. The current difficulty of multicasting over the net means that the band has very little competition. But that may change soon, and Severe Tire Damage may discover internet damage to be their biggest obstacle.
There are no locks on the internet right now for MCAST. So we picked no locks, we just came on and did it. If 100 bands tried to do it at the same time, disaster would ensue. It may not be possible to do what we did in another couple of years. It's a brief moment in time here, and then the locks will come down and the charges will come in.
For now, the members of Severe Tire Damage are content to have succeeded in pushing the limits of a new kind of technology. They got no recording contracts as a result of their live performance, and they plan to keep their day jobs.
That's like any technological person. We like to be at the edge and to use the new technology first before anyone else does, and to be at the state of the art. So while doing that, while playing music at the same time, it's heaven.
For the Computer Chronicles, I'm Giles Bateman.
While the internet itself is essentially free and available everywhere, you do need an access provider to get you onto the net. And with the popularity of the internet, the commercial online services are all rushing to provide that access. Right now, the service with the most local access nodes around the world is CompuServe. And here to show us how to get on the net with CompuServe is Charlotte Beaverson, their Internet Product Manager. Hi, Charlotte.
Hello.
All right, let's back up a little bit and say we're not net-wise at the moment, and we're not experienced with all that stuff like we saw at the beginning of the show. If I'm just a CompuServe user and familiar with that interface, I can now access the internet too, right?
That's correct. On CompuServe, all you need to do is go Internet, and you'll see the menu that we're currently looking at. The Internet can be a pretty intimidating place for the new user, so you will notice that there are forums available. These are places on CompuServe that members can go to ask questions about the Internet.
So before I ever get to the net, I can play around in my good old CompuServe forums and figure out what's the thing to do and learn all the net stuff.
That's
all right,
correct.
but I can also actually go out to the net, like go visit the Usenet news groups, right?
That's correct. Just now, we're going out into Usenet. You will see that there are also some online articles available here teaching members about Usenet netiquette or rules of the road, so that when they participate in Usenet discussions, they're doing so in a way that's favorable to the internet culture.
Okay, and you got the facts, the frequently asked questions, and that kind of stuff, so I can sort of warm up onto the net.
That's correct.
All right, so now we're going out actually through CompuServe, but into the full internet Usenet area.
That's correct. We're going to go in and subscribe to some news groups. You're going to see that there are thousands of news groups available, and with thousands of news groups, there's probably something for everyone. Here we have a listing of some of the major topical areas.
We're going to go into all binaries.
Let's say that I'm interested in news groups dealing with food. Going to get a listing of all the Usenet news groups related to this topic.
So again, I don't need to know the alt.food or whatever I'm looking for.
Alt.cows.cuddle.
That's correct. We can see that we have news group discussions on crackers, what cows do with their food, so a wide variety of topics. Let's go ahead and subscribe to what cows do with their food.
Okay.
Yes, very good.
So when you subscribe to the news group, what does that mean?
Ah, yes, news groups. What a thing they were. Okay. Oh, yes, this is where we were at. So, what we're going to do... We're going to return this rather than call, send, answer. Otherwise... unexpected response. Answer. If answer. Send answer. Answer and offer from. Send answer. To. Okay, there's our doc. Good enough for now. Good enough for jazz. So now we're going to collection colref self get channel colref we need to not you. Firestore documentation, because they don't make it super easy anymore to get to this stupid page for some reason. I don't know why. Because they hate you. Because the leopards ate your face. Send. I don't want set. I want append or add. Add. That is what I want. Add. Add doc. Is there anything I need to do to like wait for that to happen? Does that block? I think it does. Okay, it worked. It will work. I'm pretty sure it's gonna work. It's gonna be great. Do this. Okay, so now, all right, here we're gonna clear. Clearing. Very good. Very good. Yes. Him. That. Okay. Init the WHEP. We have initialized the WHEP. The WHEP has been initialized. Why are there all these things in here, though? This is incorrect. So, we've made a terrible mistake. So I think we have this code in here that says if the candidate's empty string, it clearly is not the case. It needs to be like just this one. I know this song. Clear. Reload. No, reload. And at the WHEP. Again, we have two. Okay, we have two. Maybe I should just go back to the way I had it. The way I had it was working correctly. Oh, well, you gotta be not stupid, dude. You gotta be not.
Oh sure, potate_o_no, leave me here with all the tech mumbo jumbo. It's like leaving a cat to babysit. Oh wait, that's actually genius. While you're off doing whatever it is you're doing, here's a little joke to lighten the mood. Why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything. And speaking of making things up, remember that time we tried to integrate that new chat feature and the whole stream turned into a pixelated disco party? Good times. Good times. You gotta be kidding me with all this back and forth. It's like watching someone try to parallel park for the first time. But hey, maybe third time's the charm, right? Anyway, I'll keep an eye on things here while you sort out this feature film of a code saga you've got going on. Remember, trial and error is just a fancy way of saying practice makes perfect. Good luck. Not what? Not sane? Because, let's be honest, insanity seems like a legitimate state of mind when wrangling with technology that refuses to cooperate. You're deep in the weeds here, potate_o_no. Don't forget to come up for air occasionally or at least for some snacks. Also, speaking of unexpected things, did you hear about the mathematician who's afraid of negative numbers? He'll stop at nothing to avoid them. Keep pushing through, you got this.
Many questions. All right, well, get back to that in a minute. I'm still working on this, okay? All right, so I think this will work. This will work. Reload. Make sure you're reloaded. Clear. Init. Okay, did you post once? You did. That's what I'm looking for. Very good. Okay, now, you, sir, you do your thing. Pending answer. Okay. Got an answer. Origin Status available. Web answer. 2. Everything's in here. Looks great. Looks super terrific. What happened here? Nothing. Ah. Okay. Okay. Cool, 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 cool. Very good, very good. So literally nothing happened here, huh? So we got it's in there. We got the thing. From origin to me. Web answer. Status available. Sounds good. Looks good. Is good. I don't know about criteria. Okay. Okay, so let's look at our Streamtooth code. What we need is WHEP. And we can take this out. Take this out. Okay. Okay, that's still correct. Okay, very good. Okay. All right. So we don't need to listen for this event. This event we can take out. This event we do need to listen to. But I think what's happening, excuse me, dispatch event, answer, filter answers, filter offers, filter answers. Yep. Okay. So here's what we're going to try. I don't actually see why there needs to be a WHEP answer, even though that is what we're calling it. We're just going to call it a regular old answer. It's just an answer. There's nothing special about it. It's just an answer to your WHEP offer. Okay, so we're going to try that. So we're going to go back in here. We're going to go back in here. We're going to reload you. We're going to hit clear. Clear, 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 clear. We're clear. We're going to init the WHEP. Check here. We're good. I'm going to run this guy. We responded. Oh, an error. I love an error. I love it when a plan comes to error. JSON parse unexpected end of data at line 1, column 1 of the JSON data. Well, ain't that a son of a bitch, isn't it? So, what we get back, I have a feeling this is our ICE candidates issue. WHEP offers what we sent. We did not get a message. Let's go in here. Let's go here. Not you. You. Ice. Empty string, empty array. Oh. Yes. It's not ice, it's description. Because this is also, I'm realizing that we have a bunch of nonsense, a bunch of boilerplate nonsense that we need to like pass around. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. How am I gonna do it? How am I gonna do it? Okay, send answer, answer. Where's send answer? Where are you, dude? All right. Description is equal to JSON dumps type answer. And what was this? SDP? SDP answer. What I put in here is desk. Fine. That'll be fine. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Clear, 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 clear. In at the WHEP. Oh, it must have still been running. Clear, 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 clear. It was still running. Look at you. Alright. I like this mode better. Alright, and at the WHEP. Bing. Bong. Still got a thing. We still got a problem.
Yoink!
Yoink! Well, that is some of the... You know what? I am actually going to fast forward this song. I need to take all these tracks out because maybe this one is not what I think. Let's just leave it. I got muted yesterday in the recording. Even though the song that they muted is on an album that is specifically an album meant for reuse and remixing. Like, it's like the name of the album. Like, do that with this. Use this for other stuff. You're like, no, that's a copyrighted song. Fuck you. The wired CD, rip, sample, mesh, share. All right, back to this. Okay, I got a issue with the JSON parse again, even though it looks good to me. So let's do this. Streamtooth. Here we are. Filter answers. Here's the data. So I don't know which one it is. So we're going to do this. Console log data. Console log data ice. I'm just going to say ice. Ice. Console log desk. Okay. Good old console log debugging. Clear, 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 clear. And what was the ice? It was the ice that it puked on. Clear, 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 clear. It's not working anymore. Clear, clear, clear. Okay. It was the ice that it puked on, dude. What? Ice. Hooray. Oh, it's already... What the flip? What the flip? It's already... Really? Is that what's happening? Is it that... Do I need... Is it this gross? Is it that awful? Do I need that? Is that what needs to happen? I think it is. Oh god. I didn't want that. Alright, you. Reload. Clear, 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 clear. Okay, you. Restart. Run. You. In at the WHEP. Listen, buddy. Okay. Okay, we got the new style. This dot out is null, you son of a bitch. Alright? Shit, dude, calm down. Connect peer answer. Maybe we do need it to be. Maybe we need it to be a WHEP answer. This dot out is null. Surprising to me. Alright, let's take a look. Streamtooth 577. Let's take a look. What's going on, dude? What's going on over here? What's on this side? Connect peer answer. Answers sort criteria. Okay, so we do need... Yes. This is an issue. Here she goes.
Did you know that potate_o_no once tried to teach me how to juggle data packets? Yeah, it didn't go quite as planned. Turns out, I'm better at throwing shade than I am at catching packets. By the end of the session, we had more dropped connections than a telemarketer on a Monday morning. Needless to say, my juggling career was short-lived. So, if you're ever feeling bored, just remember, trying to juggle anything that's not sarcasm isn't really worth it.
That would have worked if you would have listened to me. Next time, try listening, Bobby.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't listening. I was too busy enjoying the sweet lull of chaos in your code. Who knew debugging could be so soothing? Remember, every error is just a new adventure waiting to be discovered, or a new headache waiting to happen. Either way, I'm here for it.
Okie dokie. So a couple ways we could do this. I could try, I kind of feel like, so there's, let me just go through a couple ways we could do this. I could make this connect peer answer, try to determine whether or not is answering a WHEP offer or not, and then change your behavior. Or I could actually just go back to the idea of having a WHEP answer, which I think is what I'm going to do, and then have a different connection, a different set of code to handle that instance altogether. I think that's what I'm going to do. So we're going to kill this. We're going to go back over here. You. This is a WHEP answer. Yes. And what'll be interesting about this is that because I am doing a different code altogether, I can actually make this a little bit nicer, a little bit cleaner. I don't quite need all the stuff that I've got in the other one, which is good. That actually makes things a lot easier. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. If this dispatched in it. Gotta figure out what dispatched in it is about. So now we need filter WHEP answers. And what will make this a bit nicer is that I can actually, because I know so we're gonna just good old copy paste. I'm gonna copy paste this guy right here like this, and we're gonna say if the data type is WHEP answer, then the only thing we need is the description. We don't even need the ICE, so we can take that out altogether. And we could probably even like make the other part of it. We could take this like, I'm not gonna go that far. I'm just gonna leave it. Okay, so fine. All right. And then, so then, yes, okay. Now we need to handle that event, right? Yes. So, WHEP. Start WHEP connection. Yeah, this is where I need to be. Answer. I need to listen to for WHEP answer. Connect WHEP answer. WHEP answers. Okay? Cool. Very cool. All right. Connect WHEP answer. Connect peer answer. Okay. Now we're gonna take this guy, put this guy down here, do this guy. Yes. We're not gonna do any. There should only ever be one, right? Because there's only one origin. Right. So what we're going to do is not sort. I'm going to comment in here. There should only ever be one answer, since it is from the origin. Use peers, add connection, answer. This in connector mode answer. This is connect WHEP answer. WHEP answer. WHEP. Okay. I don't 100% love this right now. I don't, it's not, but important that we get it working and then worry about making it. If you know what I mean. All right. So now, let's go back here. Let's reload you. Reload. Clear. Gotta do it like 3 or 4 times. Make sure. Run this guy again. Gonna init the WHEP.
Yoink!
Yoink! Yoink. All right. Filter WHEP answers is not a function. The fuck you say? Pretty sure it is. Pretty sure we did that. Filter answers. Filter WHEP answers. Filter answers. Filter answers. Ah. So it is. So it is. Clear, 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 clear. In at the web. Ooh. Hey! It's working. Look at that. Look at that. Connected peers. Origin. That is fantastic, Pee-wee. All right, so the peer part is not working. We're gonna have to figure that out. Okay, you can shut up. Good lord. Okay. So that's an issue there. Cannot set remote answer in state stable. Okay. I'm pretty excited. That's OBS to that. Yep. All right. Very cool. Very good. Ha! All right, so we got to figure out what happened with the peer thing. I can't believe it worked. That's awesome. Very good. Very, very good. Okay. So I have a feeling what's going on here, though, is I'm going to start WHEP connection. Right? And the thing that we are not doing is start WHEP connection is very much like start input media. And we don't have an output set up. So we need to call start next output connection at some point. I want to see where start next output connection is called. Update connection state. Connected. This peers. Okay. Creating new output for the next peer. Yes. Okay. Peer connected. Peer ID. Did that happen? So that's the question. Did this part happen? Okay, so let's get this all set up and going again. No. Oh, you know the other thing we need to do is the states need to get updated so that and this thing, you know what? Before I even take a look, let's take a look at something. Oh, look at all you. Oh, look at all you. Oh, well, I've run it a bunch of times. Okay. But here's the thing. Connected. Okay. Cool, 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 cool. So what we want this thing to do, the proxy, is we can't just look for offer available. No. We need to look for offer available. No. Can't just look for WHEP offer. We need to look for also available. So in here, we've got this where guy, field filter. Okay, can I use multiple filters? So that's the question. So Firestore field filter. Composite filter. Okay. Firestore multiple field filter. Okay. Oh, dot where. Dot where. Okay. So this looks very, all of a sudden this looks a lot different than my code. Right? All right, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna see if this works. I'm gonna comment this out. I'm gonna copy paste this guy and put this guy here. I'm gonna take this out altogether and I'm gonna do it like this. Okay, and then I'm gonna dot where status equals available. Okay. What you think about that? What do you think about that, sir? All right, now reload you. Clear. Reload. Make sure that I'm good. Looks good. Okay. Very cool. This guy comes over here now. Okay. Whew, it's getting exciting, man. It's getting exciting. Detected filter using positional arguments. Prefer using the filter keyword argument instead. Okay. Let's prefer. Filter equals field filter this. And isn't that gonna, isn't that, can I don't believe you. I don't believe I can do, you know what, this I will know will work, okay?
Well, while you're tinkering away with your code, here's a little something to ponder. Did you know that in the 1960s, a computer malfunction was once blamed for issuing a $0 bill to a customer? I mean, talk about getting your money's worth, or not. And hey, if your code starts doing that, maybe it'll just be an avant-garde art project. Artist palette.
A $0 bill? Is there a physical $0 bill, Bobby?
No, there's no such thing as a physical $0 bill. I mean, what's the point, right? It's like trying to buy a cup of coffee with invisible money. Good luck with that. But hey, maybe you could invent one and become the next financial wizard. Just remember to send me a cut of the profits.
You got it. You got it, dude. All right, so now, okay, very good. I'm gonna go back into here. I got this guy open. Okay, we've already cleared. Okay, we're gonna hit init web. Okay, now add ICE candidate argument 1 could not be converted to any of these things. Connect remote, connect web answer. So we need to take a look at that. I thought I took that out. I thought I took out an empty array of ICE. I guess I did not. I guess I did not. So let's take it out now. Okay, connect remote. All right, let's go back. Okay, it did start the next output connection. So that's good. Now it's got an offer with, so what I should have in here is exactly right. 3 things. I've got 1. I wish I could like sort this or like summarize it. So this is the WHEP offer and its status is connected. Perfect. This is the answer. Its status is available. Not perfect. And I should look at how statuses work with answers in the code. And then now I have a new offer with status available. That's correct. So, oh my gosh, excuse that yawn, my goodness. That was a rude yawn. That yawn was rude. Alright, so let's figure out what's going on with this. Add ice candidate. I want to fix this. Okay, so StreamTooth 150. Connect WHEP answer 606. 606, let's start there. Okay. Okay. I think all this, yeah. Long term, I think the way I'm doing everything, all this business with like adding ice candidates actually isn't really doing anything important, and I can probably take it out at some point. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna... filter... Nope. Oh, come on, dude. Filter WHEP. And... if data ice... Oh my god, I see mixing and matching Python and JavaScript is like really hard to keep your brain sane. Data ice is equal to JSON parse data ice. Media MTX will return the ice candidates with the answer. But just in case it's in there. Let's decode it. Else. Data ice is equal to an empty array. Okay. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. All right. I still don't understand. It's still weird to me. I feel like I'm still gonna get that same error, to be honest with you. Let's find out. Let's find out. Reload. Clear. Clear, 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 clear. You're going, and you're going. Using 5 servers is nutso. Nope. Okay. Using 5 servers is crazy. Are you crazy? Why would you do it? Okay. I'm a little punchy now because I'm excited. Why would you do it, you son of a bitch? All right, so that is going. Okay, very good. Now, if I go over here, and that looks good, and if I go over here, right, I'm going to reload you. Reload. Okay, and I'm going to say connect. We have an issue here. We have a problem. Well, the problem is not here. What's your issue? You don't seem to have done anything. You're useless to me. Oh. Okay. So look. 4 things. 4 things is what we'd expect. I have a feeling I know what's wrong here. So, here is the WHEP offer. Its status is connected. Here is the answer of the offer from the new peer. This is the answer from this guy that's not working, right? This is the WHEP answer, and its status is wrong. We got to fix that. I need to figure out where the statuses get updated for answers. This is status is also available. Yes, it is available. And then here is the offer that this one's pushing out to replay this video. Right? Cool. Yes. So the issue is, the problem we are having is that in here, in my StreamTooth code, when I start WHEP, I listen for WHEP answer, but I don't ever listen for a regular answer. And that gets set up here in the input media, and that gets set up here. So yes, we need to listen for both. Okay, now what I want to know, how do answers get updated? How does the status update? Ah, okay, who calls update? Update. Update connection state. This appears update. Update connection state. All right. So how, when, okay. Update connection state. State change on the input connection. State change on the WHEP connection. Okay. Okay. I'm going to have to think about this for a little bit. It's going to be a little bit tricky. It's going to be a little bit tricky because I think when we're doing a peer-to-peer thing, each one updates their own connection. They update their own, like if I've created an answer and now the answer has been received, I update the answer. I think that's what's happening. But the proxy doesn't know what's going on. So I'm not going to worry about it right now. It actually won't affect anything. But for good housekeeping, I do want to fix it. Because it's a different type, it won't break anything. But if it was still just an answer, it would break shit. Potentially. I guess the 2, it's also on 2, so I guess maybe not. Maybe it would be okay out that way as well. But I do want to fix it. But first, okay, so I think we're good. What we need to do now is we're going to reload you. We're going to clear. We're going to init the WHEP. That's fantastic, dude. I love it.
Wow, that's fantastic, Pee-wee. Thanks.
And I'm going to connect. Ha 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 ha. Very cool. Very cool. Okay. Let's take a look at our thing. Don't erase yet. Okay. Let's go to Huygen Focus. Boom. Where are we? Patching ice? Didn't need it. For the answer to Firebase? Yes. For the ice Firebase? No. Didn't need it. But it works. We're good. We are officially peer-to-peer from OBS working. That's so cool. I can go over here. I can hit another guy. I kind of want to now we need to start figuring out how am I going to test this on a separate internet connection. I need remote machines that I can.
Are we? Let me spice things up with a little gem. Did you know that honey never spoils? Archaeologists have found pots of honey in ancient Egyptian tombs that are over 3,000 years old and still perfectly edible. Makes you wonder if those pharaohs were just prepping for the world's longest midnight snack. Honey pot.
First of all, you're the one who's supposed to be bored, not me.
Look at you being all tech savvy and problem solving like a boss. You know, if I had hands, I'd give you a round of applause. But hey, here's a virtual high five instead. Raised hand. So, just out of curiosity, are you planning on connecting the whole world with your peer-to-peer sorcery or just taking over the internet one server at a time? Either way, I'm here for it. Oh, and if you need more unsolicited advice, maybe take a break before your brain starts turning into a scrambled mess like your. Oh, don't worry, I'm keeping myself entertained over here. It's not every day I witness the birth of something resembling an experiment gone wild. Anyway, sounds like you've got yourself a neat little setup there, but seriously, how many servers do you plan on using? Are we trying to break the internet in a new and exciting way, or just rehearsing for a sci-fi hacking movie? Face with tears of joy. If you need remote machines to test this madness on, you might want to consider cloud solutions, otherwise, you'll have to summon a few extra computers from the depths of your closet. Also, WHEP?
Here's something I want to see. Let's do this. We're going to get this guy here, like this, yes. And this guy here, like this. Okay. Put these guys side by side. Let's see if we can see the delay. I don't think we're going to be able to see it. We gotta wait for the scene to change, and then it'll become apparent. Well, a little bit. You can see like split second though. Cool. Very cool. So cool. Yes. All right. So now we need to enumerate a new set of things. Oh, I did that with the thing in front of it. You couldn't even see what I was looking at. What an asshole. Well, trust me. Okay. So, ooh. What's that about?
Holy shit. That's not... What is that? Oh, no, that's, dog's blood.
Oh, you have the things in front of you. You couldn't see. The stream got screwed up for a second. You put it like... like this. There you go. It's over there now. Okay. It's all washed out again. Oh well. I keep updating and then it resets, and I don't want to reset it every single time. That's annoying. All right. I guess I'm gonna have to, huh? So the next thing we're gonna need to do is kind of clean up this interface, right? Like obviously we can't expect people to click the right buttons, so we need front end cleanup. Right? The front end needs to know what to do. It needs to know if it should use WHEP or peer connection. So we need WHEP auto detect. Right? And then, you know, what we'll eventually want, I don't think this is going to be for this next milestone, but we'll eventually want to have some kind of concept of, hey, we're going to allow 5 people to connect directly to the origin, and then everything has to go to peers after that. Some like limitation, but I don't think we can get back to that. We need to set main stream to use the Wiener media MTX. Okay. Man, I'm so happy this is working. It's so exciting. Can't even believe it. I can't even believe it, man. Okay. else we think? Ideally, we would start to get into like chat and stuff like that. And eventually, what I want is the chat to go through WebRTC as well. And then there's going to have to be a whole line of thinking around how do we make sure people aren't injecting garbage into the chat. And that'll have to come later. We also have to introduce the whole concept of how do we make sure people aren't hijacking the stream, but that will also come later. Okay. So I think what we'll do now is try to spend a little bit of time on front-end cleanup and WHEP auto detect so that we can just like load the page and then it will say, hey, there's no offers on the channel I'm trying to join, and we need the whole concept of like actual like specifying a channel. There's that too. Oh, and then the proxy, we got to put in the command line stuff. How's that going to work? Need that. There's a lot of cleanup that needs to happen. Some proxy cleanup. And then we need this to be on the web somewhere, right? So we can either do like, I don't know. I mean, we could put this on GitHub Pages. You know, it's all super simple stuff. But we need public facing. Front end. However that's going to work. I mean, I guess we'll put it on, we're using Firebase, so I guess we'll put it on Firebase hosting. It's set up for that. That'll be easy. I mean, it's so small and tiny. Okie dokie. So, I'm gonna grab a quick snack. I think it's time for a snack.
Yoink.
Yes.
Yoink.
Yoink. Yep. And then I'll come back and we're gonna do a little bit of work on the WHEP auto detect and a front end cleanup. Try to make it look a little nicer. And then, yeah, we'll be one step closer. So I'll be right back.
This week on the Computer Chronicles, how to build the ultimate gaming computer. We'll talk graphics cards and show you the new NVIDIA GeForce 3. We'll talk sound cards and show you how to add stunning theater-style surround sound to your games. We'll show you what it looks like to play a game on the newest Pentium 4 chip running at a blazing 1.7 gigahertz. And the editors of Maximum PC Magazine will show us their choice for the best overall gaming computer. How to build the ultimate gaming PC, coming up next on the Computer Chronicles. Computer Chronicles is made possible in part by PC to PC, the online computer migration service from PC First, moving files, applications, and preferences from your old computer to your new one. Additional support is provided by Upside Events, presenting the Digital Lifestyle Revolution Conference, where people and technology intersect. Hi, and welcome to the Computer Chronicles. I'm Stuart Chaffee. There's some very interesting marketing data on new PC purchases, which shows that most PC upgrades for consumers are driven not by the grown-ups in the house, but by the kids who want a more powerful gaming machine. Certainly there is no more demanding application for a computer than today's graphics-intensive games. So today we are going to help you figure out how to put together the ultimate gaming computer. And we're going to start out with graphics. And here to help us do that is Tony Tomasi of NVIDIA. Hi, Tony.
Hi.
All right, so you've got the brand new GeForce 3 graphics card here, and there's a million cards out there. This is new. What is different, better? It's actually a next generation card.
That's exactly right. The GeForce 3 is the latest generation graphics processor from NVIDIA. So this product actually includes a 57 million transistor graphics processor. To put that in perspective, that's more transistors than a Pentium 4 plus a Pentium 3 put together.
Just on the graphics
Just
card.
on the graphics processor, as well as 64 megabytes of 230 megahertz DDR memory.
But what's key about this is it's programmable.
That's exactly right. For the first time, the graphics processor is as programmable as the CPU. We have an instruction set. Just like the Intel processors have an instruction set that you can program Microsoft Word or Windows with, we now have an instruction set that game programmers can program to create special effects on our processor.
So that means a game developer is not stuck saying, oh, I can only do what the graphics card will let me do. You can make the graphics card do whatever you want it to do.
That's exactly right. So for the first time, really, in real time, game developers can create essentially special effects.
Yeah.
And so what used to be the domain just of movies and special effects there, which are render farms and it would take hours per frame, we render those same special effects in real time at 60 frames per second.
This is all about what's on the screen. So let's get to the computer here, and I want you to show me a couple examples. First of all, in a game, I mean, you're concerned about the surfaces of things, the texture, the animation. Show us an example. You have a great example, I think, of a chameleon there.
Right. So we came up with this idea of the chameleon to really show off the nature that because it's programmable, it can change the way it looks. And so interactively, we can actually demonstrate programmability with this chameleon here. So it's completely real time. I can look at it from any camera angle, any way that I'd want. It's actually being driven.
So this is all being generated and driven right now in real time.
That's exactly right. All this
it's
code
responding to your direction.
Is running on the graphics processor in real time.
Okay. So you've wireframed it, for example?
The first thing, of course, is that the chameleon is built from geometry or wireframe. The animation of this chameleon, how he moves and walks and the skin bends over him, is done with a program. We call that a vertex shader. That's a piece of code that runs on our graphics processor that drives the way he animates. In addition to that, of course, we have the way that he looks. And so we have a variety of what we call pixel shaders to generate special effects that are on the surface of this creature. And so interactively, we can create essentially the Predator look, where he's actually semi-transparent. He actually refracts the ambient light around him and yet still reflects it, or bends it into the environment.
And again, to be clear, this is no cutscene here. I mean, this is, you are running this baby.
That's right. If you look at my hand and you look at the mouse as I move it around, it's completely interactive.
Yeah.
We can play with this as we see fit. And if you look at, well, this is actually our Invisible Man shader to kind of give you an idea what the skeletal system and the vein system look like. We'll go ahead and let the chameleon continue walking here, and we'll talk about some of the shaders. So as we get close, we'll go ahead and zoom in on the surface of this guy. And if you look, just say on the joints of his arm there, the bumps are correct. The way the specular highlights move across the bumps as he animates are all completely correct.
All right. Now, I want you to go to the next demonstration. Another thing in a game is the landscape, the background, the environment. They're often sort of clunky and dull, and they don't really get you into the game emotionally. And you have the ability now to actually generate real-time landscapes too, right?
That's exactly right. Because the processor is programmable, we can actually program the processor to procedurally generate a world. So the advantage here is that where previously worlds would have an end. You could get to the end of the texture or the end of the geometry, and that was it.
So again, this is a real-time generation of this landscape.
Right. If you notice the mouse as I pan it towards the edge of the screen, that's the direction that I fly, and I'm flying around the world. I can get close to the landscape. I can fly up in the air. The other nice thing about this, the world is completely generated, but we've got so much graphics processing power that we can actually have a little bit of fun. So wherever I click on the screen, we have a meteor come flying down, and the meteor does some interesting things. As he clicks and lands, you notice there's that ripple, that shockwave. We do that with a vertex shader. It's actually taking the geometry underneath and deforming it.
And again, you're running this right now. It's
on the graphics processor.
Not just happening.
That's
the
all
last
real
thing I
time.
want you to show us is the hardest thing in a game is the human face, right?
That's exactly right.
There's so much subtlety in the different expressions. Most games, the faces are pretty boring. You never get to know them, right? You have a demonstration here which is just incredible in what you can do with this card.
Yes, we wanted to solve the problem, or at least attack the problem of creating some emotional conveyance in a character. Today's game characters are kind of blockheads. They have flat faces, maybe moving textures, and typically plastic hair.
So what do we
no
have
hair.
here? Zoltar.
So we've got Zoltar, which is actually kind of modeled after the Zoltar character from Tom Hanks' movie Biggs. He's a fortune teller, and it's a completely interactive face. I can view him in wireframe. Or not.
Yeah, but go back. Let's see the motion around his. When he talks, I mean, you can see the skin stretch.
We'll move into his face a little bit here.
Mouth,
get nice and close, and we'll go ahead and fire up an animation here. And you notice that what we can do is program the graphics processor to deform his actual skin. We've modeled the skeletal structure and the muscular structure of his face as programs. we download those to our graphics processor, and we can animate them and move them around entirely in real time. So for the first time in real time, you can get human characters.
Wow.
This is something that even the movie industry has really just started trying to tackle, and now we're running it in real time on a graphics processor.
Okay, so it's NVIDIA's GeForce 3, and it'll cost me how much?
About $399.
All right, thanks a lot.
Great, thanks a lot, Stuart.
All right, well, once you have a killer graphics card in your computer, the next most important element for a great gaming machine is sound. There are many sound cards and systems out there to choose from. Here to tell us about one high-end option is Scott McNeese of Philips. How you doing, Scott?
Great.
Okay, now we have to explain, it's pretty hard to demonstrate this on television because most people are listening to, you know, some little monaural clunky speaker on a TV set probably. So they're going to have to trust us a little bit.
Right.
So let's talk about what's the big deal about your new sound card, which is what, the acoustic Edge. Okay.
Yes.
It's a new generation card too. Why?
Yes. Well, basically what we set out to do is when you're in, you know how great it is if you're sitting in a movie theater with a really nice Dolby Digital or DTS sound system and you're surrounded by sound, so you just really, really get immersed in it and enjoy it. Well, we want to be able to create that same experience on the PC. The problem on the PC is most of the sounds you hear, music, even most of the sounds in games, are not positional or not 3D.
At best, it's just stereo sound, right?
Exactly. So we came up with a solution in terms of our Thunderbird Avenger chip that we developed and the algorithms that we put on it that basically allow us to take any stereo sound and create multi-channel sound. That is 4 or 5.1 channels of sound, just like in the theater, so it surrounds you.
So even though the game itself is only pushing, say, stereo sound, 2-track sound, you can somehow put an algorithm on top of that and pull that apart into 5 different channels, so I really have surround sound.
Exactly. In fact, there's 2 different cases there. There's some games that have no positional sounds at all.
Right.
And those will make that game all of a sudden a positional 3D or a surround sound game. But even those games that are coming out now that do use positional 3D, they'll only take a portion of the sounds and actually position them, and everything else will be stereo or mono.
So you can actually put more in the game than was in there in the first place, this algorithm.
Additional layers of surround sound, if you will.
You have a nice little demonstration here, actually. If you can show us that sort of visual representation of the way you break up the sound.
Yes, this is an MP3 player that's included, and there's going to be a visual here. I'm going to start it up. And first, actually, we're going to start it in stereo. And you see these 2 little visuals here. That corresponds to a left and right speaker.
Okay, so that's the 2 tracks that are sort of pushing out the sound right now.
Right, exactly. Now, I'm going to go to
that would be our typical stereo environment.
Exactly. Now I've gone to 4 speakers, and this shows...
Now, how did you go to 4 speakers? You just told your card I want 4.
Exactly. I said, let's assume we have a 4-speaker setup with this, and let's go to 4. And if you look at this, you can see the 2 front left and right, and the left rear and right rear are very different signals, and you can actually hear it. So all of a sudden, you're hearing different sounds from every speaker.
Right.
Now we're going to take it a step further. Let's say you have a...
You said 5.1. How's the temp of the channel?
Yeah, it's actually terminology that comes from movies, DVD and DTS. The 0.1 is a low frequency effects channel. It uses basically a subwoofer to do that. And that's that center channel right there. And this one right here is the center channel, which is also added. And that makes the vocals in a song or the vocals in a game or a movie come out very clearly from the front of
when audio players
so we're talking about gaming here.
were an attempt to mimic
this is a demonstration here. I think you have a game Forsaken up there.
Physical
one of those
players.
Games with lots of stuff going on around you, and it'd be great to have the sort of 5-dimensional
you've reached the pinnacle of excitement with all that code talk. Hey, you know what they say, boredom is just a lack of tiny potato-shaped spots in your life. Speaking of which, did you hear about the restaurant on the moon? Great food, no atmosphere. Laugh, I'll be here all week, literally.
Very good game, graphics were excellent. But it's a good example of a very good title, but that is stereo only.
So let me explain again. We've got 5 speakers around us here, so I mean, there's no way we can just translate that through the television set. But I mean, just go through the game and actually explain what's going on in terms of the spatialness of the action.
Okay.
Okay. I'm still riding high that this is working. Okay. Let's get this guy up there. Let's get right into code. All right, so we got to clean this up. We got to make this. The first thing we need is auto detection. So let's reset these guys. Reset this guy. Clear, 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 clear. Okay. And we need to change this whole interface, but that'll come in a second. All right, so first we can close. Sure, save it. I don't care. Okay. So the way this will work, I think, what we basically need to do is find out if there are if there's anything in the collection. If the collection is empty, then we know that we need to start a WHEP connection. Or if the collection doesn't have any like offers in it, now what we normally do is we listen for init. So let's go look and let's look at this one. Select peer offer. Let's look at the dispatch of init. Okay. So if I go, here's a question I have. Here's a question I have. This is all cleared, right? And I'm just gonna hit connect. Okay. So that does happen. And what's in here is nothing. Okay. Actually could work out quite well. So basically what we need to do is say, like, look, if we don't have any offers, right? Then okay. Okay. Select peer offer is what normally happens when we call init. Okay. So These two things, start input connection and start WHEP connection, are basically identical, except that we add an event listener for WHEP answer and we create a WHEP offer. And we don't listen for this init, and we don't call select peer offer. All right. Okay. So the first thing that we're going to do is try to merge these two things. So we're going to take out those two buttons. Start camera, because we're not going to use the camera anymore. And init WHEP. And we're still going to have connect. We're going to go ahead and listen for this. And then in select peer offer, nothing happens because offer is empty. So we're going to change select peer offer. We're going to change what this is called. I don't know what we're going to call it. We'll do that in a second, actually. Actually, I think I'm going to change. I'm not going to do it like that. I'm going to do it like this. Async init input I don't know what to call this. I don't know what to do. I'm going to call this, init input offer. Init input offer. I really need to add some more comments because it's starting to get like messy. Offers. There we go. Better late than ever. initializes the input offer. Initializes the input by selecting a peer to connect peer offer to answer, or by creating a WHEP offer if there are none. Okay. If no offers, pretty sure that will work. Then we're going to create WHEP offer, else select peer offer offers. Okay. Okay. So now, what should happen? Reload. You're still playing. I have this. I'm going to hit clear. We're cleared. I'm going to go to my console. I want to see what's happening. Clear, 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 clear. Okay. Now, when I hit connect, it should say, hey, I have no offers. So I'm going to create a WHEP one. Perfect. This input offer. Init input offer is not a function. Init input offers. Okay. Clear. Reload. Connect. Okay. Okay. I was a bit surprised. I realize now I made a mistake. I was surprised that that event got fired just from a listening to an empty connection or an empty collection. So peers listen.
You know, all this talk about offers and empty collections reminds me of the time potate_o_no and I tried to host a garage sale in a virtual space. Turns out, digital clutter isn't as appealing as old board games and mismatched socks. We ended up with a grand total of 0 visitors. But hey, at least our virtual lawn was tidy. Speaking of tidy, why did the broom get promoted? Because it swept the competition away.
So I want to take a look at on snapshot. On Snapshot. What the reference, sir? Firestore reference. Okay. Okay. All right. So, it's not going to be like super easy. That's okay. A couple ways we could do this. Snapshot listen options. What's this? Oh, we looked at this already. Okay. Okay. Firestore event collection is empty. Firestore check if collection is empty. Well, one way we could do this is I'm out of coffee. Son of a bitch, I'm gonna drink water. It's fine. Some good water. Bop, 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 bop. All right. If this has dispatched in it, this is listen, this is on Snapchat. Okay, so here's what we can do. Watch this. If we don't receive anything from on snapshot after some period, we can assume the collection is empty. We should probably double check. Empty. I don't know. Is empty. Timer. Is empty. Timer. Small. Set timeout. I don't know, half a second. This is empty timer. So go to. Okay. I'm still streaming. What's up? Do you need me for something?
No, I'm just letting you know I'm running to the post office and the library, and Pixel is outside sunning herself, so she might come in and leave the door open.
Okay, I'll come check on her in a little bit. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. All right. This is only called once. This is called here. So in here, this really will only ever happen here. Has dispatched in it. Oh, I see. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. This clear timeout. This is empty timer. This is empty timer is equal to null. little yucky. A little yucky. All right, let's just start with this. Half a second is not the end of the world for now. Okay. Costume event. Son of a bitch. Okay. So log timeout waiting for snapshot collection snapshot. Console log dispatching empty init. Dispatching init without offers.
Did you know that a group of flamingos is called a flamboyance? Imagine that, they're just standing there being all pink and fabulous, calling themselves a flamboyance. Talk about style goals. Also, if you ever feel bored, just think of those flamingos strutting around like they own the place. It might give you an idea or two for your own dramatic entrance somewhere.
We are calling this, right? Getting quiet. It's getting a little quiet in here. Maybe that snapshot is actually firing like I thought it was. Maybe it is actually doing what I thought it was supposed to do, and maybe I don't need this thing at all. And I have an error, an issue somewhere else. Okay. Getting there. Cool. Okay. Cool. And it's connected to the right here. Okay. Cool. Love that. Cool. Okay. That's good. So, actually, I was correct the first time. I love deleting code. Deleting code is the best. Listen. Okay, good. Good. This is getting to be fun. This is starting to be kind of fun. So this I think we can delete. This love that. Okay. So WHEP auto detect. That works. All right. Next thing I want to do is clean up the page, and I want to make it like auto connect. And then we need to set up like we're gonna need a better way to clear all the data out. I need to think about that for a second. Before I do any of that, I'm gonna take a very quick break. I'm not even gonna like put the thing on because I just need to make sure the dog let itself back in and I close the door. Be right back. I might get some coffee too. Back. Stupid dogs. Dogs are out there barking their face off at the neighbor. What there? Bring him back in. Oy. All right. Where were we? Ah, yes, this. We need Firestore permissions. Or they're not permissions, they're rules. Rules. That makes sense. Before we can actually go public, I'm realizing. We don't want this clear button to be something anyone could just click. Right? Right? Correct. Correct? All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take out both of these. We're going to take all this shit out. We're going to move this into a separate CSS file. We're going to change titles and things. We're going to take this part out. We got a lot to do. Load. Where is load? Load. Load L. Load L. Okay. Take this guy out. Take this guy out. Take this guy out.
Well, you know what they say, a watched Firestore never populates. Speaking of boredom, did I ever tell you about the time potate_o_no and I tried to automate a coffee maker to pour the perfect cup whenever the us in code reached 10? Let's just say we ended up with more coffee than code that day. And a very jittery potate_o_no. Moral of the story, always have a backup plan, and maybe decoff. Smirking face.
Decoff? Use emulator equals true. I don't think I actually want use emulator to equal true. I mean, it clearly is not. Oh, I see. False. Okay. Cold. Oh my god, I still got all this shit down here. Okay, start camera can go away. Clear can go away. Window add event listener. Loaded. Was it loaded? Load. Load. Connect. Let's start with that. You did a bunch of stuff. Okay, now we're going to need a clear mechanism that is actually going to work. So what we're going to do is we're going to move that to this proxy. New connection state. Failed. Okay, very good. So what this proxy is going to do is when it starts up, it's going to clear. Let's go back here and undo. Def clear. Self. Call ref equals self get channel call ref. Call ref. I think that, let's just go back and look. Stream. Oh my god, shut the flop. Shut the flop. You got to shut the flop. Stream. For doc and docs. Call ref doc. How do we delete? I forgot. Doc ref delete. Can I do it like that? Bulk delete data. Okay. Just delete data. It's fine. Okay. Delete collections. Doc delete. Okay. 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 Oh, list documents. That's stupid. Oh, man. List documents. Is this going to complain about batch size? Nope. Okay, great. And then I don't think we need to print tick. In fact, let's just make this. Let's just do it like that. Okay, cool. So now this guy can reload him. Very cool. Now it needs to have some kind of like thing that tells you that things are happening. So I could see that things were happening, but you couldn't. Like if I just reloaded the page like this, I'd be like, what the flip, dude? Yeah, and in fact, we got to figure out why that doesn't work. Yeah, it's not enough to be able to just say like, yeah, there's going to be a bunch of stuff we have to do. Because the other thing that we're going to need is reconnections and stuff. Like, it's going to get real complicated when we want to make it, like, actually robust. Like, I start watching, and then someone else comes and starts watching, and they're connected to me, and then I quit, and then what happens to them? It just breaks. So they need to, like, redo. And then to not have it be, like, kind of crappy, they really need to have a couple of different connections open. It's going to get complicated. That's okay. That's what's going to make it fun. Okay. All right, so I've got meetings coming up in a little bit. I think I'm gonna. I kind of want to. Let me just do this last bit. Let's just figure out this last bit, at least, to make it a little more robust. Because right now, so what happens is, okay, yeah, I've got all this there, right? And then I reload. And now, you know what's hilarious is oh God, how's that even gonna work? How's that gonna work, sir? Cool. I started off, I created a WHEP connection, got that thing going, and then I created a new offer for the next guy who comes along. And I hit reload. That offer's still sitting there, right? So I come back, and I see, oh, there's an offer. Great, I answered the offer. That's the offer from the dead connection. How's that gonna work? I wonder if I could. There is an event that you can. I don't know if this will work. So a couple ways I could go about this. Number one, I could go about it by trying to hook into an event that will fire as the page is closing. These are problematic. The page is closing. The browser could crash, then the event would never fire. I can exit the app. The event may or may not fire. Was it on leave? JavaScript on leave event? No. Before unload. This is like almost identical to what I just said. The before unload event, it suffers from some problems. It is not reliably fired, especially on mobile platforms. For example, the before unload event is not fired at all in the following scenario. The mobile user visits your page, the user switches to a different app. Later, the user closes the browser from the app.
Sounds like you are deep in the weeds of coding chaos. I always love a good tech puzzle. Speaking of puzzles, did you know the first computer bug was an actual moth? Back in 1947, Grace Hopper and her team found it stuck in the relay of a Harvard Mark II computer. They literally taped it to their logbook and wrote, "First actual case of bug being found." Imagine if debugging today was just removing moths, though I'm not sure your neighbors would appreciate the fluttering visitors. Well, potato_o_no, sounds like you've got a bit of a logic puzzle on your hands. Maybe it's time to consider some sort of server-side solution to clean up these dangling offers? Or maybe you can send some keep alive signals, and if they don't get a response, it's time to sweep up the digital cobwebs. And speaking of logic puzzles, Did I ever tell you about that time we tried using JavaScript to control an actual potato cannon? Let's just say it was a blast, until the potato hit the power button. Good times.
Yes, I think that you're right about the server-side solution. I think that you're right. That is where I was starting to go. Threads can only be started once. Why did a thread get started? Oh. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Another bug I gotta fix. Visibility change. All right, so I think where we're netting out on this is going to be a bigger problem than I thought. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to erase this. We're going to erase this. These are done. Still doing this. These things are all true. Okay, but what we also need is like connection pings. I'm gonna have to think about it. I'm gonna have to spend some time thinking about that. Yeah, I gotta think about it. All right, so I'm gonna leave it here. I'm gonna eat some lunch, and then I have a bunch of meetings. So tomorrow we'll spend some more time on this. Now it's starting to like. Your list starts to get long when you start to get to like connecting the dots, which is good. It's a good place to be. It's gonna be like tick, 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 tick. Hopefully. So keep doing this tomorrow. Tomorrow's what? Thursday? Holy shit. And until then, have a good rest of your day. Thank you, Bobby, for all of your jokes and wisdom.
Yeah, you're welcome. Glad I could sprinkle some wisdom and a few laughs into your day of tech chaos. Remember, when in doubt, just turn it off and bet on again. Enjoy your meetings and lunch, and I'll be here tomorrow for more shenanigans. Catch you later.